Alrighty. Well, this is going to be a break. Then that was a commercial interruption. What was I talking about? Oh God, I was. Project Runway. But yeah. So it was real fun, and then I'm doing Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm going to bring my phone, and I'm gonna blog from there, or at least take a video somehow. I hope I'm able to. I mean, it's on television. People are seeing it right there. It's live. Um, it's gonna be real fun. I'm kind of excited. I couldn't do anything with Project Runway. Took like a picture, all of us that worked with Josh, and I couldn't even upload it until it was fucking aired on television, and that was like months, like after. But yeah, oh no. Commercial interruption was some bitch knocking on my door asking me about some electricity bullshit, and I was like, oh, I'm not the owner or whatever. Even though I do live in this apartment, but the utility is. I just don't talk to her about conserving energy. I fucking whatever. I leave a light on every day. I leave lights on. Oh, my electricity, but I don't care. Just leave hundreds of lights on. I leave them all on. Whatever. Who cares? But Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Where the hell did this year go? Thursday, a week from yesterday, fucking Turkey Day. Turkey Day is approaching. The day those damn pilgrims sailed across the seas and landed on a rock. Believe it was Plymouth Rock, and their ship was the Mayflower. I'm day drunk. There's actually a shit ton of whiskey in my coffee. I wish I have shows today. But yeah, where they broke bread with the Native Americans, who they called Indians at the day. I'm giving you a history lesson, kids. I'm going to tell you my version of what happened. So this is what happened. They're sailing. They're like, oh, bitch, we're out. We need to stop because I got to pee. So they had to pee, and then they landed on Plymouth Rock, and they all peed on trees and bushes. And they're like, oh, this land is real pretty. Let's stay here. And then they meet Pocahontas and her friends, i.e., the village people. Unless it's village people. Pocahontas, Pocahontas and the village people. And she broke bread with them, and then she scalped all of them, and then America was never founded. What if that really would have happened? What if that instead of they broke bread with with the Pilgrims, the Native Americans, they broke their necks and scalped them all? I wouldn't be here sitting in New York City. I would be still in my homeland, probably of either one of two countries, Scotland, or England, because that's where my family is mostly from. My God, my life would be, I would have a hot accent. I'd probably be a ginge. I'd be a ginge. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with being a ginge. Gingers. They get gingers get a bad rap. I've heard people call them tools of the devil, Satan's bastards. Maybe that's more toddlers and tiaras. Or the Kardashians. Oh, Jesus God. Don't get me started about them batches. You know what? I don't personally know them. I can't badmouth them. But I will, if given the opportunity. I just feel like it's not my business. They're money hungry. That's what money does to you. Money makes you stupid, and you do crazy things. Get married for 72 days. Whatever. Most gays can't get married in America, but Kim Kardashian can be married for 72 days and get paid like $20 million for it, and then lie on television. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. What else? Ooh, I am working on a new show. Well, not new. I've been there for like 5-6 weeks now. It's called The Fartiste. Yes, I said it's The Fartiste. But It's actually based on a true story about this man, Joseph Pujol, who performed at the Moulin Rouge back in the day. He worked there for 7 years. He was one of the most popular performers of all of France during that time. Um, he had a really interesting gift. He had an elasticized sphincter. These are lines from the show, but these are actually what happened. He apparently discovered this while bathing in the sea. He has bought his butt sucked up a bunch of water, and then he expelled it out. And then when he farted, he made music. He made a sound. And I guess he started practicing. I guess one practices using their sphincter muscles, and he basically butt queefs. That's what it is. It's not really, because it's odorless, so it's not a fart. It's like a butt queef. It's a butt queef, and started performing. Could you imagine the conversation? Because there's a really funny scene in the show during where he's telling his wife what he does. But wouldn't you love to have been a fly on the wall when he was telling his wife that he wants to pack up everything where they live in Marseille and go to Paris to perform in Moulin Rouge and butt queef? Really? Could you imagine the conversation? Could you imagine his wife's reaction? Because it's really funny in the show how Annalisa, who's the wife, who plays the wife, her reaction is classic. I feel like it's pretty true, how she would react, fucking go crazy, you're gonna take all of our children and pack up our house and sell our business and work in the Moulin Rouge and butt queef on stage and pray to God we're gonna make money. But they made they made so much money. Apparently he was the richest. He was probably a really wealthy man. But 7 years. And back then it's he probably didn't have much expenses. He didn't have cell phones. He didn't have cell phone. I don't even think you had phones. Did you have phones back then? Depends on, I don't remember. I don't remember when the phone was invented. But no, there was electricity. But no phones. I don't think there were phones. But you didn't have to pay for gas. You had a horse. Could you imagine the expense? When you made $40,000 a year, that was probably so much money, and you probably barely used it because expenses for your house wasn't that, you didn't fucking phone this. Most people are paying $150 a month for their cell phones. It's ridiculous. Oh, sorry, I got a pop-up of Yahoo Messenger on my phone. Try to turn off all those notifications. But anyway, it's if you're in New York City, girls, or boys and girls, and you want to see a really hysterical show that you'll probably laugh until you pee, come see the show. It's really funny. Message me. Give you details where it's at. You can go Playbill. Look it up. It's Artiste. It's at Sophia's downstairs. Shameless plug for my show right here on my blog. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not in the show. I'm the wardrobe supervisor. I take care of all the costumes. But everyone is so fabulous in the show. We got some great, great, great talent. That was my shameless plug for my show. Gotta sell those tickets. Keep me employed. Keep me employed. I need to make them Skrilla, y'all. Skrilla. But, so yeah. I'm really excited for Thanksgiving. I'm meeting my boyfriend's parents for the first time. I don't know if I should be scared. I'm nervous. Because it's I've never met a significant other's parents before, in the level that we are. So it's really, it's going to be fun. But then I think not this Christmas, but I think I'm taking him home next Christmas to see my mother. And if all you guys that know my mother, good luck. I'm going to fucking have to put her down. I mean, not put her down, but tranquilize her. Because she's a feisty little pistol, that woman, that little Mrs. Harper. But I don't really, I'm trying to get, oh God, but Breaking Dawn came out at midnight, y'all. And I've heard nothing but awful things about it. Because, of course, it's pretty awful. I mean, you take an awful book and you make a movie, you can't really expect it to be great. It's not going to be like a piece of, like, film history. But I'm probably going to see it just because I've seen the other ones. And they're all awful. But I just really want to see Kristen Stewart die in a movie. And see how good she is at dying. Like, I mean, like, the I'm probably gonna ruin this, but like I've never read the books, but all I know is I know the story, I know the end. The baby, like she gets pregnant with the baby with Edward. Is it Edward? Edward's vampire parasite thing, and it like eats its way out of her stomach, which is probably the funniest thing ever to see this baby eat or eat its way out of her stomach, and then she dies. Before she dies, he bites her and turns her into a vampire. That's what I know. That's what I wanted someone to tell me this because I'm never gonna read the book, so I want it to be ruined for me. So when I know the end of the story, I'm never gonna read it. Plus, I'd never buy those books. I would never purchase those books ever. I don't even think they're on my bookshelf. I hope they're not, because if they are, they're getting thrown out the window. But yeah, holiday season is among us. It's gonna be my first holiday season in the NYC, and I'm kind of excited. I can't wait for it to be all Christmas festive. Cannot wait to physically walk up to the Rockefeller Center tree. Like, that is probably going to be the best moment of my life because I've never seen it up close. I've never been here during the Christmas season. And I'm probably going to get verklempt. I'm going to get emotional, and I'm going to cry and get teary-eyed, and it's going to be a mess, and I'm going to be looking like a crazy person. I'm probably just going to wear, like, a bunch of crazy shit so it looks like I'm a crazy homeless person. So then people are like, oh, that poor guy is crazy and homeless, and he's really young. Poor guy. He lost his way. Speaking of crazy, I was on a train yesterday. Like, and there was, like, 5 of them. I've never had one of them, like, I've only had, like, one a day. But 5 in, like, 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. One left and one came in. And they started screaming. Like, one was talking about, like, Judas or Judea or Bethlehem or something. And the other one was talking about, like, the price of tea in China or something. I have my headphones in, so all of this maybe just be making up. And I really think one was talking about Judas. And I really feel like something about China or tea or coffee or something. Hold on. But, and then just freaking. There may be children watching this. Occupy Wall Street, bitches. Oh my God, don't get me started about them people. They're occupying and taking out my air. That's what they're doing. They're occupying and they're taking my air. Like, I accidentally, when I was down in the financial district, I had to go to Daffy's. Daffy's is a really fun store. It's kind of like Bougetto, but it's really great. You can get cheap shit. Cheap clothes, cheap shoes, cheap bags, cheap everything. And I was walking down there, and I turned the wrong way, looking for the store, and I ended up surrounded by them. Like, I found the Wall Street camp, like the Occupy Wall Street camp. Like, it's like fenced in, and they have tents. It's like Woodstock, but with no music and protesters. It's like, yeah. So it's not Woodstock at all, because Woodstock had music. It did smell like butt, feet, and disappointment, so I guess that's the same thing. Literally. Like, the smell is disgusting. I don't know if they bathe. I don't know what they do. I don't know if, like, at 9 p.m. they, like, bathe each other in the middle and, like, chant and, like, sing songs and, like, I don't know what they do. But all I know is it smelled like patchouli, feet, butt, porn, disappointment. That's what it all smelled like. And I, being the gentle and kind soul that I am, walked past and just didn't say anything to them. But I took pictures of them. But I felt like they were going to kill me because not only did I have my iPhone out, but I had my Starbucks in my hand, snapping pictures of this guy that said, "Down with corporate America." Bye. It said, "Down with corporate America. buy local, don't support big business, and I have an Apple phone and a Starbucks coffee. If that doesn't scream big business, I don't know what. I really thought he was gonna murder me. I thought that it felt like he was Amish, and I took a picture and I was like, he thought I was stealing his soul because he just gave me the dirtiest look. The dirtiest. I think I deleted the picture off my phone because I was afraid he was gonna he was gonna do voodoo on my phone and I was gonna like drop it or like it was gonna just explode. but yeah. I'm like, well, I guess. But on my way there, I end up walking. God, this is 15 minutes. Like, and I only have like 5 minutes right before this. But on my way there, I was walking, and I didn't realize until I took my headphones out. And my best friend Wes called that there was a group of protesters in front of me chanting, and then behind me, I somehow infiltrated in the middle of them walking with my phone and my Starbucks, and I'm talking about them. Like, I didn't realize that they were chanting in front of me, and I'm like talking about, I was like, oh, I hope I don't run into those damn Occupy Wall Street people. God. And they're around me, and I'm like, if they turn on me, no one's gonna save me. No one's gonna help me. The cops are just gonna let it happen. They're just gonna be like, well, there's another one. Another innocent bystander taken by the Occupy Wall Street people. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna get off here because I just been talking for 16 minutes and 39 seconds, 40. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, but I'm gonna blog again. I'm going to try and hopefully be able to like at least partially blog or video or something from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade because I'll be right there live in the action. So anyway, goodbye, y'all.